How's it going, guys? So as a college student, I'm looking for any side hustle I can possibly get my hands on. And so what I started doing was Doordashing. And basically, I just want to make this video a quick review of Doordashing, my experience, and how much money I make. And it's not going to be too in-depth. I just want to give you like a 5-minute overview of what I think of it, how much money I make, and ultimately my suggestion if you should do it. So the first thing I want to say about DoorDash is that it's very, very easy to sign up for and get like your materials to start dashing. So all you have to do is request a red bag, and they'll send you a red bag and a DoorDash card, which you might make payments for. And basically you just have to download the Dasher app, and that's how you start out. So primarily my location of dashing is around Minneapolis. I'm here in Minnesota, so I want to just specify that. It might be different in different locations in terms of what you make, but I think that it should be relatively the same, but obviously food prices, gas prices vary as well. So there could be a little bit of a difference there. And like I said, I'll walk you through my spreadsheet here. The other thing about DoorDash that I'm gonna talk about is like the analytics that I've gathered and the data that I've gathered, and kind of walk you through that. So I've done probably 75 dashes already, and I have all of my data put down and in a Google sheet. So I'll kind of review that. So if we just look at my spreadsheet right here, so far I've done 77 dashes. I set this up myself, and basically I'm just keeping track of a couple of things. So it's the date, dashes, restaurants, that's fine. But I put in this function that I looked up for time in and time out. So when I leave the parking lot and when I get back, that's when I time in and time out. And then that calculates how many hours I work right here. And then once I calculate that, I look at the revenue I make on my Dasher app. So that'll clearly say it. And by the way, the Dasher app is very user-friendly. It's really easy to navigate. And I'll show you a little bit more about that as we get closer to the end of this video. But to keep talking about this, so I clock in, get my hours, get the revenue, and then, that's the gross revenue per hour. But we also have to take into account the travel expense, so gas. Basically what I do on my car is I reset the miles and miles per gallon. Obviously, I'm not getting great gas mileage. I have an SUV type vehicle, and in city it's just really bad. And then I also keep track of when I fill up and the gas price. So that'll give me my travel expense. And then what I do from there is I take the revenue minus my travel expense, and that gives me what I have netted in that day or time period. And basically what I've done then is came over here and calculated net revenue per hour. So, I've had from anywhere, from $8 to $27.60 was the best one that I've had. With that averaged, I net $15.17 an hour. So realistically, you can probably expect $15 an hour. I know they claim 17 sometimes, and even more, but realistically that's probably the best you'll do overtime. And so there's pros and cons to everything, and I would say a couple of pros is the flexibility. First of all, if I want to go dash for an hour and a half or 3 hours, make 20 to 40 bucks or whatever, I can go do that, and then I don't have any commitment after that. The other pro is obviously the rate per hour and just the wage DoorDash can give you. So basically what I've calculated in 77 dashes is $15 an hour, and I expect that to continue. I've had about 50% below 15 and 50% above 15. It can vary quite a bit, but you kind of just have to figure it out over time which times are the best. You wouldn't want to go in traffic when it's super heavy traffic, but there's kind of those sweet spots that you learn over time as well. Just with the pros, there's a couple of cons too. So obviously you'll be putting a lot of mileage on your car. I know some people don't like that, but my car's kind of older, so it doesn't matter as much for me. But if you have a new car and you're not looking to put a bunch of miles on, then I wouldn't suggest it. Also, just the safety part of it. So of course you're taking a risk delivering, any delivery person, any Uber driver, obviously taking a risk with safety, but I haven't had any bad experiences, knock on wood, but I think it's generally just something to think about too. Overall, I think it's a decent app. I think it's a decent way to earn some extra money. I know that Uber and Lyft drivers have a lot of reviews. I know that competitors like Postmates and Uber Eats, there's a lot of reviews out there too. But speaking of, or just about DoorDash, I would suggest it if you want to make some extra money and want flexible hours, in just an easy way to not have people in your car and just drop off, quick order. It's not too hard, and it's just a fun way to make some extra money.